Hi, good afternoon, Mohammed. This is Jashraj, and I'm here with Ramandeep, and we are going to discuss on an article on organizational power and politics. So, the article discusses how narcissists are often successful in attaining leadership positions despite there being little evidence that they are more competent than less narcissistic individuals. One potential explanation for this is their willingness to engage in political activities that can lead to interpersonal power and influence. For example, narcissists are prone to engage in relentless self promotion by portraying their skills and accomplishments in a favorable light and flattering those with power. When others fail to acknowledge their superiority, narcissists have been shown to use intimidation to dominate them and demonstrate their power. To gain status, narcissists are willing to violate social norms and even behave unethically to gain and maintain power. So, yeah, this slide will be continued with my friend.
Yeah. So there are two types of variable. The first one is the independent and the second one is dependent. So in the first one, as we see, there are two variables, narcissism and the guilt proneness. So what is narcissism? Narcissism is personality disorder, is a mental health conditions in which people have an unreasonably high sense high sense of their own importance, right? So in this like in our presentation focusing on the assessing narcissism using three different measures. The first one is the Risic et al, and the second one is narcissism scale, and the third one is SINS, which means single item narcissism scale. So these measures assess different aspects of grandiose narcissisms and provide a more comprehensive understanding of their traits. So in as we continue in the narcissism, we will discuss our finding and highlights the importance of using multiple measures to gain a complete understanding of narcissism. Our presentations offer valuable insights into the assessments and understanding narcissism and the implications for individuals and societies. And the second one is the guilt pronouns. Like in our study, as we assessed guilt pronouns using 5 item guilt pronoun scale, which we call GP5, developed by and the author of this is the Cohen et al. This scale measure how likely individuals are feel guilty after committing a wrongdoing, right? With items asking how they would react in various how they would act in the various situation. Our results show that guilt proneness is an important factor in understanding individuals difference in ethical decision making. And the second is the dependent variable, which is the political statics. As our study investigated that how individuals gain and use power in organizations through the use of various political tactics. We developed a set of 10 statics that are found that they have located onto two interpretable factors. The first one is the negative, and the second one is the harsh statics and provisional begin statics. Using these factors, we constructed two indices representing these factors. Our finding have implications for our understanding power, dynamic in organization, and the potential consequence of different political statics. And so this chart will explain by Jasraj.
So here, comparing both the RESIC and SINS scale, high guilt proneness and guilt are both higher in the RESIC scale compared to that of the SINS scale. What may be perceived as negative by outsiders could be seen less negatively by those who observe the positive results. Accession to more powerful roles. As a result of these behaviors, the idea that narcissism and its associated behaviors may be excused by positive results in an idea worthy of additional study. So here we go to control variables. So we have age. We controlled for age as research has shown that narcissism varies slightly by age. Then gender. We also controlled for gender as prior studies have found gender differences in narcissism. Then race. We controlled for race as it may influence the use of political tactics and guilt proneness. Then we go to education. Education level was also included as control variable as it may affect power dynamics in any workspace. Hierarchical level. We control for hierarchical level to account for differences in power dynamics across different levels of the organization. Then we come to work experience. Work experience was also included as a control variable as it may influence the use of political tactics and guilt proneness. Then income, we controlled for income as prior research has shown that income level may be associated with the use of political and procedural political behaviors. Then social status. Lastly, we controlled for social status using a 9-point scale as it may also influence the use of political tactics and guilt proneness.
Yeah. So uh, this page is about the discussion on the article. The article discussed the relationship between the narcissism and the leadership positions in organization, and the study shows that grandiose narcissisms are more likely to use negative counter normative political statics, including violating and social norms, withholding important information from others, and undermining potential competitors to achieve leadership positions. And moreover, they are less guilt prone than non-narcissist, which concludes to their willingness to use more aggressive political statics. The articles also discuss the limitations of the study, including the self-report nature of the data and the cross sectional design. Finally, the article suggests that the decision makers may assess the cost and the benefits of narcissistic political behavior differently, which may further advantage narcissists in their uh, guest for leadership role. So, in the last, I would say that in conclusion, to conclude, this study suggests that individuals with the higher level of narcissism are more likely to use aggressive political statics in the workplace, which can contribute to their rise to position of power. And these findings shed light on why narcissistic individuals may experience more favorable career outcomes, despite evidence suggesting that they do not necessarily perform better. As such, this research emphasizes the importance of understanding the impact of personality traits and political statics in the workplace. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.